Namaste. In this video, we will explore how a student can transform successfully straight out of college to workplace. We will also explore the expectations from students and as well as at the workplace. We will also explore on how best students can be prepared for what's coming next. It's a massive topic to cover. Hence, I have structured this topic in such a way that it can be presented in multiple sessions. In this session, however, we will discuss about the difficulties students face during this transition. We will also talk about how to categorize a company basis on headcount and their revenue. We will spend most of our time talking about students' expectations. We will take a deep dive into the metrics that you should consider before accepting an offer. We will also talk about companies' expectation for the students. We have prepared a checklist for students to refer before they attend an interview or join a company, which will also include some essential soft skills to thrive at workplace. We will conclude with how one can start their preparatory process. Many students don't realize how ill prepared they are for the corporate world. According to a survey, only about 40% of the graduates are employable. The problem is students and employers have different idea of career readiness for a specific skill set. Fresh graduates may feel confident in their communication skills because they connect well with fellow students and professors. Texting and chatting may have worked in college, but workplace communications are totally different. The essay writing skills might have gotten them an A plus, but it's not a guarantee they will be as effective when it comes to writing work emails and reports. To understand a company, there are many parameters. Some of the high level categorization can be based on the size of the company. If a company has 100 or less employees, it can be considered as small company. If its headcount is in between 100 and 500, it can be attributed as mid-size company. While if they have more than 500 employees, it can be categorized as large companies. Not only by the headcount, but revenue largely matters as well. Higher the revenue, bigger chances of being profitable. Companies can also be divided as product and service based companies. Microsoft is a product based company since they sell their own indigenously developed products to their customers, while TCS and Infosys and many others can be categorized under service based company who sells their employees time as a service to their clients. A mission statement defines the company's business, its objective, and its approach to reach those objectives. A vision statement basically talks about the desired future position of the company. Mission and vision statements are usually made available in their company's website. Getting to know company CEO and other leaders will help you get a quick insight in the leadership of the company. Getting an overview of company's clients can also help you understand their client base, whether they are working on government projects or some Fortune 500 companies. Now let's take a deep dive into the expectations. First, expectations of students. Package or CTC. It's a very important criteria to decide if you wish to join a company. Package or CTC stands for cost to company. It involves various components like gratuity, insurance, variable pay, EPF, HRA. It's important to understand what's the take-home salary is after deductions and taxes. Usually there will be a variable component as well, which is paid quarterly or yearly. Second most important is the brand name of the company. It's the reputation a company holds. Normally, product-based companies like Microsoft, Intel are more popular than a service-based companies. In order to make the student ready for the job, company provides an extensive training, sometimes up to 6 months, to up the skill sets. You can check with the company if they do provide any training for the freshers. For a fresher, since the companies provide training, they do ask them to sign a bond for few months or years. It's extremely important to understand all the clauses before signing it. Companies do provide many perks like free cab to pick up and drop their employees, free food, flexible office timings, work from home options, gym area, and others. You can also check with HR or friends working in the same company about the annual salary hike to be aware of hike month and the average hike provided each year. Work culture is a collection of attitudes, belief, and behavior that make up the regular atmosphere in a work environment. Work culture determines how well a person fits into their environment at a new job and their ability to build professional relationship with colleagues. Check with hiring manager if there are any on-site opportunities available as well. This will help you compare with other offers better. Now let's navigate to the other side of the shore. Expectations of companies. Companies look for resources with certain skill sets. A skill set is a knowledge or ability or experience needed to perform a job. Based on the graduation course you are enrolled with, specific skill set areas can include economics, accounting, research, management, and computer skills, and so on. A learning capability is the ability to learn and share knowledge with colleagues. In most cases, you will have to implement your learnings as well. A long-term commitment is a period of time, often spanning multiple years, that you will be dedicated to a company. Since companies spend a huge amount of money and time to train their employees, they will like to see their employees working with them for a longer duration. A quick learner is someone who is capable of understanding new information at a rapid pace. Fast learning also goes beyond just comprehension or theoretical knowledge. You need to be able to show that you can apply what you have learned at work. Certification is a formal attestation or confirmation of certain learnings on a particular topic. The chances of being shortlisted for interviews are really high if the candidate is certified for a particular skill set. Certifications offer massive advantage, be it in an interview or getting shortlisted for a job. Do you know what is better than certification? Is any short time engagement with a company which proves that you have necessary skill set, can adapt and work in a similar environment. This can be in the form of a project that you might take up at your college level or with a company as internship. Companies are broadly classified with an imaginary line basis on the type of domain they deal with. Some domains are banking, finance services and insurance, IT industries, manufacturing industries, e-commerce, pharmaceuticals, online services and marketing, logistics and supply chain management. Gaining knowledge on a domain of your interest along with the core skill set can provide a significant advantage. People who have domain knowledge are often considered specialists or experts in the field. Being employable encompasses all the points companies look for from the previous section. It is all about a broader set of skills and attributes that will enable a graduate to be successful throughout their working life. Workplace communication is all about exchanging information and ideas, both verbally and non-verbally, between one person or a group within an organization. It includes email, video conferencing, text messages, notes, calls, etc. Effective communication is critical in getting a job done. Soft skills are a combination of people skills, social skills, communication skills, character or a personality trait, and the right attitude, which is desirable in all professions. This can help in building a sense of trust and increase productivity. It's important to retain what is learned or being trained upon and able to practically implement them at the workplace. Companies expect you to perform consistently to the best of your potential year after year. You will have to prime yourself and motivate to keep putting in consistent performance. Planning your work is the strategic planning process and includes being clear about your goals and outcomes so that you can create a plan to achieve them. Working your plan is the execution process. It involves a series of milestones, strategies, and actions to make your plan a reality. Last but not least, the right attitude. It comprises of being able to manage expectations of your manager and your teammates. It's also about being a team player and open to learning new skill sets. If we take a deeper dive into soft skills, these are some of the major areas to work on for a fresher. Able to follow discipline. Most corporate offices have their individual policies regarding the same. Being a team player, you should be able to work collaboratively across teams. Plan well and to the last level of details. Be it time management, work division planning, you have to be on top of it. Have a plan for contingency or any risk that you see. Multitasking and problem solving abilities. It is expected from you to work on multiple requests at the same time. Problem solving skills include analytical skills, innovative and creative thinking, resilience, and ability to adapt to changing needs. Also, it might include being flexible enough to accommodate any changes, being creative, as we discussed earlier, being patient, showing that resilience in you, and of course, self motivating powers are a massive, big help. Now that we have learned what is expected out of you, let's look at the preparatory process. Interview, being one of them, can be defined as a conversation between an interviewer and an interviewee. Conversation itself is perceived as 8% of what words are used, 42% of how you actually say those words. Rest of the 50% is all about your body language, that is your posture, facial expressions, gestures, and your eye movements. In a normal job interview setup, interviewers want to learn more about you. Consider it as a conversation you are having with a person with the sole intention of letting them know about your schoolings, your projects that you have worked, your career ambitions, and your interests. Interview is not an interrogation. In fact, it's the opposite. Interviewers want to find a suitable candidate for the role and are eagerly waiting for a good candidate with necessary skill sets. In the upcoming sessions, we will talk about career options, how to prepare a resume, job search techniques, online job hunt, the art of interview, what to prepare for interviews, how to look your best at an interview. To conclude, the shift from college life to a professional life can prove to be a quite difficult task, but how hard it can actually be completely depends on how you handle this situation. If you do your homework and enter the transition phase well prepared and informed about the challenges awaiting you, it is quite possible that you can ease your way into it. Thank you.